All right, bench night again. Moving a bit of weight again. It's feeling strong so far. Last session, I hit 220 for a nice long pause. And I said to you guys last session, I felt good for 240 back again, because I said to you, I'm just recovering from this elbow niggle, tendonitis, whatever it is. So the focus tonight is moving a bit more weight. 240 is the goal tonight. So it's feeling good so far. 60 kilos, done 100 kilos, felt really light, felt nice. Elbows feeling okay. I've just got my neoprene elbow sleeves on at the moment. Nothing heavy, just to kind of keep the area warm, but it's feeling good. So I'm gonna go and hit this what am I on now? 140, there you go. Right, 180 felt good. 180 felt decent. I'm not planning to pause quite as long as I did in my last session, because I don't know if you saw the video I said to you last time, that almost caught me out. But I wanna pause long enough to eliminate momentum, and I'm trying to utilize a little bit of leg drive as well, because I know a few of you have commented in the past, my leg drive sucks. So I'm just trying to use it a little more today. My last workout I did was a bit of a support session, so we're back around to a heavy session again. You guys know, I've said before, I train a lot. I don't record everything I do. So since my last heavy session, I've had a bodybuilding style session in which I utilized very quite slow positives and slow negatives, and just got a vicious pump. I was doing like 3-second negatives, but I was also doing 3-second positives as well, which sucked, with tiny weights, but it really burnt. And I've done a support session as well, in which I did some Swiss bar press and some pin press. So today I'm back around to just pushing something pretty heavy. So I'm gonna go to 200 kilos. I'm not gonna jump up to 220. I'm gonna go to 200 kilos and get that for probably a double. Then progress to 220 and then probably 240. a difference a week or so makes. Felt nice. Felt really good. Yeah, 5 plate felt great. So I'm gonna go to 240 now and see where that takes me. But that felt like proper strength, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying 5 plates isn't heavy, of course it is, it's 220 kilos. I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I've moved, a decent amount of weight over the years. And I have a feeling, you kind of get to know what, 220 feels like. And it's always decently difficult, but it was in recent times, because of this elbow, it was starting to feel like an absolute max, just because of the pain. But now that the elbow's kind of healing up a little bit and resting up a little bit, it's starting to feel as it should again. So I'm going to test that 240 and just see what I can get out of 240. Yeah, and that's going to be my top set. Good. Oh, I think I must have been growling. It's made my voice go funny. Yeah, it was good. Got 240 for a pause triple, which was nice. I haven't even watched the video yet, but it didn't feel too bad. And I've got my wrist straps tied up so tightly. I've still got pins and needles in my hand. All right, I'm gonna now go on. Sometimes I do a Widowmaker set, like a back off set, whereby I reduce the weight and get 15-20 reps. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to move on to, it's a toss-up between seated shoulder press or steep incline. I want to get a bit of front delta. I want to get a bit of upper pec. So I think I'm going to set the angle. Yeah, I'm going to do a 45-degree incline press. In terms of, so I just move on to a little bit of support work. I don't do a major support work, but I do a little bit of support work here. So in terms of support muscles, front delts are very important. Obviously your triceps, but I'm still I've still decided not to do any direct tricep work. So all the tricep work I get is secondary at the moment. And it's working a treat. My tricep strength's decent. If you're locking out, heavy enough poundages, your tricep strength isn't going to go anywhere. The size might have gone down a little bit, but I haven't measured my arms for a very long time. When I was a kid, you know what it's like, you do it all the time, but I haven't done it for ages. Last time I measured them, they were a bit over 21 inches. I don't really care nowadays, to be honest with you. But yeah, I digress. So I'm going to do some 45-degree incline press, 3-4 sets, and that'll be me done. I'm probably going to work up to a set of, I'm going to see what it feels like. I'm going to either a top set of 8 or a top set of 5. I'll see when I'm underneath the bar. Okay, I've just filmed from 140, so you just saw me do a quick 140. I did a couple of other sets. I did a set with 60 kilos, set with 100 kilos, but you guys probably aren't interested in that. So yeah, I'm up to 180 now, which you can see behind me there, I think. Yeah, it's these fancy iPhone 15 things. It goes all in and out of focus, but yeah, oh, you can't really see it. Anyway, I'm going to go 180. And I think I'm going to go for a nice hard set with 180. I've deliberately taken a slightly closer grip than I ordinarily do. I bench press with a relatively close grip for a person with long arms. But I've deliberately gone probably about half an inch or so each side closer, maybe an inch closer. I'm trying to get just a little bit more tricep activation. So I'm getting upper pecs, front delts, a bit of tricep. As I said, because I'm not really doing much direct tricep, well, I'm not doing any direct tricep work at the moment. I'm deliberately taking that slightly closer grip just to kind of extend the range of motion, make it harder, and activate the triceps a little more. So anyway, I'm going to go and do this now. So 180 top set. Okay, that's the end of the session. Pleased. Pretty good progress. Pretty good progress overall. So yeah, it's moving, absolutely moving in the right direction. So I managed to get 240 for a triple, paused. I don't know how long the pauses were, they were long enough. But they felt good. I managed to utilize a little bit of leg drive for those of you who are watching. Because I've said to you before, my leg drive just isn't very good. I'm not very efficient. In terms of building muscle, to be fair, it's probably better because I have quite a large range of motion because I've got long arms and I take a relatively close grip for someone with very long arms. So the bar has to move a long way and I don't manage to use much leg drive. It's not like I'm not trying to use leg drive, I'm just no good at it. I can honestly hold my hands up high and say I am rubbish at leg drive. I've tried all the cues over the years and it's very hit and miss with me. You guys may have seen my push press video. Again, just very, very hit and miss. Don't know why. It's like there's a disconnect there. It's quite strange. And it's strange because I do so much full body work. And my legs are very strong. But when it comes to leg drive and turning the bench press into a full body movement, I'm just no good at it. But as I said, in terms of pec development, that's not a bad thing. But in terms of moving as much weight as possible, you know, maybe not the best. But anyway, can't complain. It's 240 for a triple, so that was pretty good. We're getting up to some good numbers now. So my next long-term goal within the next few sessions will be getting back up to 260. And, you know, if I'm back on 260, I know I'm pretty strong back again then. You know, you guys who have been with me for a while or maybe, you know, just new to the channel, I've been doing this a very long time and I'm very hard on myself. And that's what makes me keen. And that's what makes me, you know, not a bad lifter, is the fact I'm never happy. You know, a lot of people would take a 240 bench and say, wow, best thing ever. And all I'm doing is just thinking about the bad things I did. But that's, you know, that's what keeps us hungry. That's the fun of the game. You know, chasing goals that you'll never reach is what keeps you hungry. And, you know, I'd say it to anyone. Don't be complacent. Particularly if you're someone that trains on your own, it's very easy to become complacent. Now, I'm lucky. I do a lot of my heavy stuff by myself. And then I'll link up, you guys have seen on quite a few of my videos with my younger brother and some of my younger cousins, and we get some good sessions in as well together. But I tend to do more moderate weights stuff with them. When I say moderate weight, you know, within reason, they're all strong guys. But I tend to do my sort of max weights by myself